Adding sugar to French cuisine, bringing new meaning to a soup and sandwich combo, and arguing over the origins of a classic deli dish, many things have changed since the 1950s, but sandwiches, and some of their crazy variations, have endured. During the 1950s, one particularly beloved version of the open-faced sandwich was the Welsh rarebit, a simple dish that's basically a grilled cheese sandwich without the top layer of bread. Depending on the recipe, the Welsh rarebit features what's essentially a cheese fondue sauce made of mustard, Worcestershire sauce, dark beer, hot sauce, and cheese. The sauce is then poured on toast and enjoyed, though you can also pop it in the broiler first until the cheese becomes golden and starts to bubble. The Welsh rarebit of yesteryear is a bit plain, however, so don't hesitate to add tasty toppings if you decide to recreate this at home. The Monte Cristo sandwich is similar to the croque monsieur, a grilled cheese served in France. But while the croque monsieur is a purely savory concoction, the Monte Cristo also has sweet components. Specifically, it's made by layering ham, turkey, and Swiss cheese between white bread. Then, the entire thing is dipped in an egg milk batter and fried in butter until perfectly golden. The finished sandwich is then dusted with powdered sugar and served with a side of jam, preserves, or honey. Depending on your taste buds, the sandwich might sound strange, but folks in the 1950s were all about it. The dish was served at dinners and hotels all over the country. It became even more popular in the late 1960s when it appeared on the menu at Café Orleans in Disneyland. It's no secret that sandwiches and soup pair well together, but have you ever had a sandwich made with soup? Enter the Super Burger, a popular 1950s sandwich created by the one and only Campbell's Soup. The exact ingredients varied by recipe, but Super Burgers were essentially meat patties made of ground beef, breadcrumbs, minced onion, herbs, spices, eggs, and, you guessed it, a can of Campbell's Soup. For example, a 1957 Campbell's Soup ad featured 3 Super Burgers made with cream of mushroom soup, gumbo soup, and onion soup. Specifically, only 1/4 cup of soup is added to the actual meat mixture. The rest is mixed with water and poured over the top of the burgers, which are then served on toasted hamburger buns. While many New Yorkers claim the Reuben sandwich is theirs, food documentation shows that an early mention of the sandwich appears on a restaurant menu from the Blackstone Hotel in Omaha, Nebraska, where it was invented between 1920 and 1935.
Mr. Schimmel told his brother, who was the chef at the time, to go down, get some fresh sauerkraut and corned beef and make me a sandwich.
According to Saveur and Sandwich Lore, a waitress at the hotel entered the sandwich into the National Sandwich Idea Contest in 1956, and it won first place, which helped it spread to nationwide popularity. Featuring layers of corned beef, Swiss cheese, sauerkraut, and Russian dressing between slices of rye, the sandwich has a unique depth of flavor thanks to the acidic sauerkraut and molasses-infused bread. There's also a slight spicy kick from the Russian dressing, as it's made with horseradish and dill relish. The combination is clearly a winner, and you'll have no problem finding the decked-out Reuben sandwich in restaurants today. Today, the club sandwich might seem like a modest dish, but it was associated with luxury in the 1950s. It was an ode to the post-World War II era of economic growth and abundance, thanks to its triple-decker style and colorful fillings. It was considered so opulent that the sandwich was often served at fancy social clubs. The club sandwich is made of turkey, bacon, lettuce leaves, tomato slices, and mayonnaise, and it's easy to recreate at home. Sliced turkey deli meat is a convenient and easy choice here, but if you're not a fan of turkey, you can swap it out for chicken deli meat, or even rotisserie chicken for a tasty take. For a while, the almighty breakfast sandwich was mainly eaten by blue-collar workers and travelers. However, it became more popular in the 1950s after World War II as people started to seek out more convenience food. Fast food restaurants would popularize the sandwich even more in the coming years, but we can only imagine the novelty for folks back then. The classic version consists of meat, cheese, and egg on a roll, but as any morning eater is aware, there are countless ways to upgrade the sandwich by using vegetables, spreads, and alternative breads like croissants, bagels, or whatever else comes to mind. Needless to say, the breakfast sandwich has come a long way, and it's no wonder almost every eatery that makes sandwiches offers breakfast versions on the menu.
What a way to start my new life. With the perfect egg sandwich.
A hip sandwich during the 1950s, the Friday burger is another nod to the obsession with convenience food after World War II. This concoction features a baked patty made of canned tuna, Miracle Whip, breadcrumbs, onions, dill pickles, salt, pepper, and celery salt. The patty is layered with American cheese and served on toasted hamburger buns. Today, tuna melts don't usually contain patties, but they do call for similar ingredients. The typical tuna melt is like a cross between a standard tuna salad sandwich and a classic grilled cheese, and it's wonderfully convenient to make. It starts with canned tuna, which should be drained properly to avoid a soggy and sad tuna melt sandwich. The tuna is then mixed with mayonnaise and spices, layered with cheese between slices of buttered bread, then cooked until golden and crispy. Another recipe that has stood the test of time, the chicken salad sandwich, is both simple and delicious. It's also a popular retro dish, as proven by the fact that it was served at the cafe at Neiman Marcus in the 1950s and maintains popularity today. According to Sever, this particular version was created by Helen Corbett, a Texas chef who used cubed chicken breast, mayonnaise, sliced celery, halved grapes, toasted sliced almonds, fresh parsley, salt, ground black pepper, and, wait for it, whipped cream. The 1950s were a wild time. Fortunately, whipped cream chicken salads are less common today. You're more likely to find the dish made with mayonnaise, mustard, salt, pepper, and maybe some diced celery for a satisfying crunch. Other options for textural add-ins include red onion, cucumbers, diced bell peppers, and nuts like chopped pecans or walnuts.